Hi, this is Paulina with Let's Remodel. Today I want to show you a kitchen remodeling project that we're about to start. As you can see, it's a little bit not a standard layout. This particular kitchen has angled walls. So the main goal of this particular design was to open up the space, keep the storage that they need, and find the proper location for the sink. Because as you can see, currently the sink is located in Peninsula. If we get rid of Peninsula to open up the walkway, where does the sink goes? It cannot unfortunately go to the window. We don't have the cabinets, and on this wall we have no windows because part of the wall is interior wall and part of the wall is exterior wall. So the question is, where do you place the sink? A lot of people would have said, just place the sink, get rid of Peninsula, place it here and be done with that. The problem it would cause is you basically lose a lot of cabinets, upper cabinets, and most importantly, you would be staring at a wall while doing your dishes. So even though it had to be additional cost, but we deemed it absolutely necessary in this particular case to switch the stove and the sink in its places so that the sink can be located where the current stove is, open up the wall on the left that actually overlooks into beautiful living room with larger windows and the nature. So at least you have a feeling of looking into the window, and the stove can be properly placed on the wall and have a proper hood. So that was the key solution for this particular design to make this layout work the best for our clients. In terms of the tall cabinets, so definitely right away you can tell the tall cabinets should go on this wall. But here's a couple of caveats that also could have caused some design mistakes. This is our wall that limits how deep the cabinets can be. Because of the depth not being standard, we had to go, even for this reason, with more shallow cabinets, which means custom cabinets. So if you were to start tall cabinets right from the window all the way to the laundry door, yes, you'll add a ton of storage, but the tall cabinet right against the breakfast area would make this area feel very small and very enclosed. It's already limited in space, so the tall cabinet right from the get-go would have limited even more. To combat that and give them different options for storage, we will have base lower cabinets with a countertop, and they can either hang the TV or do the shelves, whatever they want to do. The lower cabinets next to the breakfast area will help the space to feel larger. Then we start with the tall cabinets. But even how far we go in terms of close to the laundry door also makes a big difference. Let me show you. Another important aspect of this wall with tall cabinets and pantry and refrigerator was, because it butts against the laundry room and that's where the garage door is to leave some space between the door and the beginning of the tall cabinet. It allows us to do things not only physically, you don't feel anything preventing you from turning right and kind of going into the nook area. Also, it helps you to see that area with the corner of your eye, and it helps your brain to interpret that it's more spacious than it really is. So each design is very unique, and sometimes we fight for every inch of the space to add the storage, and sometimes by using little tricks like that we can help to feel the space more spacious than it actually is. This is Paulina with Let's Remodel. Here we are to see the finished project. As you remember in the before video, we used to have a peninsula right here that had a sink. So the biggest issue was that the owners of this house really wanted to open up the kitchen, but still have the functionality and proper layout and the storage for the kitchen. The range that used to be here is moved to the side. As I mentioned in the before video, we did make sure to leave the counter space on the left and the right side for your cooking. We also make a larger opening on the left of the sink, so even though it's not ideal that the sink is not right against the window, but with your sideline view, you can see large windows going out to the backyard with lots of greenery, so it's almost like a feeling you do have a window next to the sink. I think it's the only and the perfect layout that was possible for this kitchen if you wanted to open up and remove the peninsula. So now that we've placed our range and the sink, the most important appliances, let's talk about our wall where all the tool items go, items like refrigerator and the pantry and other storage. In this particular case, this is the only wall where the items like that could go, but it's very important whether you need to start off with the tall refrigerator or the pantry off the get-go. In this particular case, because we were trying to open up the space as you come from the garage or the laundry, but not having the tall cabinet right away, but rather a countertop that allows your eye to travel and view the dining table or the breakfast table and gives you the feeling of openness. So just because the wall is dedicated to tall items like pantry and refrigerator, even then it's still important to think where to place the items and what to start with. When I show my new clients the previous work, I always explain, because it's not just about the surfaces and a simple yes or no, I like it, I do not like it. It's extremely important to know what was the agenda that my previous client had, what were the structural restrictions for each space. In this particular case, when we were designing this wall, we had lots of options. We could have done tall cabinets all the way to the window. We could have done countertop upper cabinets, countertop and open shelves. There are hundreds of options that you can do with this wall. So why we end up with this particular design in this project? So our clients really want to stay with the kitchen table. Because of the bay windows that they have, we could not continue with the cabinets. That meant and they do actually need a space for eating their meals. So if we are staying with this particular kitchen table, then it means if we were to create a tall cabinet, we would really enclose that space and feel it even smaller than what it already is. And you can see it's kind of a small breakfast table. So what we've done is we kind of created the buffet area for them. In terms of TV, that was their personal preference, that they do watch sometimes news or other entertainment while they're eating. And storage is always optional. You create it and keep your office items. In this particular case, they opted for deeper drawers, kind of flexible storage. And I know sometimes people are still nervous to get into the drawers for their kitchen, but each time I have a client who switched from regular cabinets to the drawers, 99% people excited that they've done the switch. So this is why in this particular case, having a base cabinet with kind of buffet area, pantry, refrigerator, and small beverage area was the best combination or the best decision to go with.